So I've grabbed two of these drivers who are driving the Mini, and as you can see, they're quite mini themselves. Or it might just be me that's uncomfortably large. Graham, tell me how long you've been doing this for?
I first started in 1967. This circuit was built in, I believe, 1966.
Yeah.
And I think I was here at the second ever meeting.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Fantastic.
right. That's right. And I competed here right up till 1979. And the car I was driving then was written off for the race at Goodwood. And then at that time I walked away from the sport for 20 years until, last year I suppose. And Neil, my son here, he sort of dragged me back into it again.
Is it all down to you?
It's all my fault.
Really?
It's all
So
my
I
fault.
presume you'd watched all the videos and footage of your dad's racing and thought, I want to give it a go.
Well, we didn't have any videos, but we had lots and lots of pictures, lots of photos.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a nice encouragement. Lots of heritage from the family.
And were you pleased when he said, Dad, can we do it again?
Not really.
You didn't want to?
I knew I did want to, but I knew what was going to be involved.
Right.
I knew the expense involved, and I knew the hard work involved.
So expense, how much does it cost you to get something like this going?
We don't want to know.
Really?
We just keep spending.
So can you talk me over this car and tell me what changes you've made to be able to race it? I see it's only got one seat in the
Well,
front.
it's only got one seat. As you see, it's got a roll cage.
Yeah.
It's totally re-engineered. It's got nothing in common with a road car at all. The body shell is original. We've got all special adjustable suspension, 4-pot brakes. It's a full race engine.
And Neil, you had a practice run today and it was your personal best, wasn't it?
It was my personal best. Last year I managed to get a 42.9 and I've just got a 40.64, so I'm pretty pleased with that.
Yay.
My real aim is a 39 point something. 39.99 I'll be very, very happy with.
You get to go for another run this afternoon, don't you?
We've got another 2 to go, 2 timed runs to go.
Well,
So-
we'll keep an eye open for that then.
Watch this space.
So now for something completely different. Terry and Kim have been riding this vehicle today. I think it's absolutely mad.
Yeah, so do I. I don't know why I do it.
Why do you do it?
I don't know. Because I'm mad, I think, and I'm fairly insane.
And how long have you been doing it for?
On this thing, about a month.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So you think before that I presume you did it on cars?
No, on bikes. I've been riding solos
right.
for about 12 years.
Yeah.
The first one had that engine in it, in a solo. I just thought it'd be good in 3 wheels.
And that engine is?
GSX-R 1100.
Right.
Lightly modified, but not very. About 130 horsepower.
Now I watched you when you took off and you got to the first corner and your head just popped out.
Yeah.
That must take an awful lot of courage and trust in the guy that's driving.
No, it's really good fun, and that's why I do it. And no, not courage.
So you're quite a new team, aren't you, together?
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
I kind of assume they're a husband and wife and they're not.
No.
Just good mates. But you've started doing this recently together. Do you get much practice time in?
No, yeah.
We only had the 2 runs yesterday, and then what we do today.
And you just have to see a corner and fling yourself into it. and hope.
Yeah, but then I used to do it years ago on
Right.
a different trike, so I know the hill and I know where the corners are. So I
Oh,
know
so you've
where.
been here
Oh
before?
yeah. I mean, we do a couple of meetings a year here, so you know where you've got to get out on the hill. I'd like to have a go in a car because I can drive a car quite well, but
Yeah.
I couldn't drive this, and I couldn't drive a motorbike as fast as this.
You've got a bike as well then?
Yeah, but I don't hill climb it. I'm not fast. I'm not good enough.
This is my first day hill climbing and I must say I think it's really exciting.
Right.
Quite like to have a go myself, I think.
In a car or on a trike?
I've never ridden a trike, so I don't know. I presume a car at the minute, but
Right.
you never know. I might have a go one day. Now there are some big boys' toys here, but not necessarily all of the drivers are boys, as we can see from Melissa. Melissa, you drive this.
Yep,
That is amazing. What is it, first of all?
it's Pillbeam, it's MP87, so it's carbon fibre, so it's quite light, well it's very light.
And how long have you been driving this car?
Last year and this year.
And before that, presumably you've got quite a few years' experience, because Melissa's dad is Simon, the chairman of the organisation. So you've been driving for how many years?
Since 97.
Okay.
So about 4 years.
So it's a fairly recent thing then, I presume, because he's your dad, you would have been doing it for longer.
Well, I'm only 22, so
Oh, still a
wait to get
baby.
my licence.
Oh. What's the top speed that this does?
It's done 111 over the finish, but that's the fastest I know. Probably goes quicker.
Yeah.
But if my dad was driving.
In your practices today, how did you get on?
Okay. Yeah, not too bad.
So
Getting quicker.
I understand as well you've got the fastest historical car time,
Yeah.
is that right?
Yep.
What car was that you drove?
It's in a Brabham. It's a old Formula 2 car.
Yeah.
And there's historic class here if there's enough of us.
And which do you prefer, this one or the...
This one.
This one? What, because
It's
faster?
quicker.
Yeah. Girl after my own heart, love that. So we're here with Sue, who drives this amazing mean machine. Sue, how long have you been driving this particular car?
3 years now.
And you said it had a few problems with it.
A few problems today or this weekend. It's the first weekend out for 11 months. So for 11 months we haven't even sat in the car, and it's fresh out after a rebuild, so it's a bit difficult to set it up, and lots of changes.
What did you change on it?
Everything. We've had a complete new front end. Because unfortunately I did a circle in some trees, and we've got a complete new back end as well, so it's only the middle section of the car, the engine and the gearbox, that remain the same. Everything else is different.
So you've just kind of hinted that you had quite a bad accident then. Does that not put you off at all?
It's a bit scary this weekend because, as I say, it's the first time back in the car for 11 months, and you tend to get back in and drive the car like you're driving a road car, whereas the way you steer these, you tiny movements. So mentally you're just driving a car, but you have to remember what car you're in and the power you've got behind you. You need to drive the car relatively fast, but you have to err on the side of caution as well, because you don't know how it's going to handle. So every time you come back, you can only make one change at a time.
Yeah.
You can't change everything on the car. Then we go out for another run and then come back and we make another change.
If you change it all, you wouldn't know what
you don't know what you've done
it,
to make it right. So it is difficult, but we are getting there.
It's a beautiful looking car. Congratulations, I'm thoroughly impressed. Maybe one day too, I can hold a title within. Never know. I doubt I can get in one.
Oh, I'm sure you could. I'm sure you could. Anybody can do it.
Well, we've had a great day here at Gurston Hill Climb. One of the things that's really obvious here is that there are a load of families here. You can be any age at all to have a good day. And if you want to compete, you only need £60. You can take a road legal car on this track and have a whale of a time. 60 quid and a car, go hill climbing.